Warren Marlowe, the American Prodigy. Dre on wheels.
Don't lie and act like I'm crazy for saying it.
Talk about hell no.
Get a damn manager and know how to talk about.
And Brian B.
Wait, you asked me, let me answer. Cody's story was invested in the Bloodline story, which was already a bigger story. And that's why I couldn't get as invested with Cody as maybe I would have if it was something else.
Commission Talks.
Yo, what it do, everybody, man? It's Wednesday. You know what time it is, man. It's time for that WTW, that Wrestle Talk Wednesday, man. What's going on with everybody out there? Appreciate everyone definitely tuning in to the gang, man. We back at it, man. It's time for Commission Talk. Welcome everyone to the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling Commission Talk edition, man. And I got the gang here with me, man. You know what's going down. Appreciate everyone definitely that's about to tune in, and that is tuning in. We live here across all social media platforms. We're buzzing with Marlo, the Beeline Entertainment LLC, and of course right here with the 11:30 podcast. So make sure you subscribe to the Beeline Entertainment LLC. Definitely buzzing with Marlo, and right here on the 11:30 podcast. So definitely hit that like button down below, smash it. Make sure you follow the podcast on all social media platforms, and definitely don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well, man. Definitely. But you guys, man, like I said, it's Commission Talk, man. I got the gang here with me. We're gonna bring on the guys, man. None other than my guy Brian B, the host of the Beeline Entertainment LLC, and of course, man, the host of Buzzing with Marlo podcast. Warren Marlo, what's going on with you guys, man? We back at it. We weren't here last week though, but we back at it this week, you guys, man. We about to talk our shit. What's going on? How everybody Wednesday going?
Not too bad, man. Middle of the week. Hey, yo, I just want to remind everybody, when you get on TikTok and you see them girls and they on there and they got their pretty little outfits on, they looking all cute, they on they live, talking their junk. I want you to go ahead and hit the comments and then go ask them, where the links? Where the links? Y'all see it? Y'all see it clear? Where the links? Where the links? Ask them, and then they're gonna let you know, and you're gonna be happy you had the shirt.
They'll let you know, that's for sure. They'll let you know.
Where the links?
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. They'll let you know.
Hey, that's what's up. They definitely will, though. Definitely will, man. Been a smooth day. Been a really smooth day. Just been with you guys, man. It's cold. Of course, I'm always got my sweater on. I'm a sweater guy. So, man, we're gonna talk our shit today, man. We wasn't here last week, and we're gonna go into it, man. I think the episode before that we was on Brian. So Brian, of course, expired some new commission talks ideas, and I think we're gonna continue that rolling with it this week. So let's get into it, you guys, man. On the first segment here of commission talk, man, we're gonna get into the top five, man. Top five moments of the week, you guys, man. Yes, top five moments of the week. Okay, you guys. All right, I don't know if you guys may have heard or not though, but you guys, Matt Riddle though made his TNA debut over the weekend though, and man, I thought it was kind of cool. One guy, I think his name is Zachary Wentz though, that teamed with Wesley. If you guys know what I'm talking about, he was released or fired from WWE some years ago, but I think it was some domestic violence situation. And to see WWE, of course, having this working relationship, how do you guys feel about Matt Riddle and possibly may could have a return to WWE soon? Not really. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that he's
bad. That sounds like an AEW question to Brian.
I mean, it's not like Matt Riddle's bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
he was good.
I mean, is he like super marketable in a way? I mean, he's got the surfer dude, stoner character, whatever. He's active in the ring, but I don't know, bro. Like, I always kind of thought he was overhyped. I mean, I can't see him going anywhere but that character. Put it that way. He's like, I
Mhm.
can't see any range for him. He's always gonna be that barefoot. But I'm a fighter, and dude, you're like this, and that whole arcade bro shit was fucking horrible to me. I'm sorry. I don't care. Everybody else, I know other people liked it, but it's just, I don't know, it's just lame, yo. Shit like that sticks for like maybe a couple weeks, and then it's like you're like, all right, I'm over this shit.
Mm.
But
It
Okay.
sounds like
that's
a
just
new
how I
pair
feel.
of shoes type scenario.
Yeah, somewhat.
It's like a new pair of
I mean,
shoes. It's got that feel for a little bit. Then all of a sudden, it's just a regular pair of shoes.
Well, you just got to be high constantly to watch the motherfucker, like literally.
I mean, when I initially
Oh, shit.
heard it and I went back and I saw it, I was
There,
like,
you
yo,
sound
man.
like an iRobot.
Hey, yeah, hey Dre, you got something going on right there. So, I thought it was my
That
shit.
boy
I was like,
sound like a
oh,
damn robot over there.
that shit's.
That boy AI over here now.
I was scared to death.
I was about to run away. I was
I
like,
think
damn,
you're
I
back.
thought Halloween was over.
Still like that?
Nah, you
That's
good.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I meant to say that before I started. If my mic started to do that,
Sound like
just
Sauron.
just go ahead and start talking. But what I was trying to say is though, him when I initially saw it, I was like, yeah, you know what? Good for him because I think he been doing this thing in MLW for some time. But you
Yeah.
know, seeing the relationship, of course, with WWE and TNA, I think it's just a little something outside of the box, outside of you know, definitely what's been going on WWE though. But the arcade bro joke, yeah, I was over it. I think I was ready for them to, go 1-on-1, at the time of it though. But yeah, it just sort of ended flat.
Yeah.
I'm
Real
not going to
flat.
shoot it. I think Riddle had a lot of potential, and we've had plenty of times what we talked about was like, what is really Matt Riddle's character? I said it numerous times when Randy did get hurt, Riddle stood out a little bit. You could tell, like, hey, this guy could mainly belong here. But
Mhm.
obviously, me being a guy that works with people, in wrestling and stuff, you got to be able to cooperate on some things. And it sounded like Riddle was really tough to work with behind the scenes. And I think that's what was major his downfall. That's what the bad thing is when you get these MMA guys in there or any of these extra sports guys that just think, hey, my stuff is better than their type scenario. And I think this is something, if he does possibly come back later down the road, obviously him and Randy, they are great friends. So obviously he still has good connections. I don't think him and Triple H had any wrong beef. Knowing that they partnered in with TKO, I think Dana White would probably kick Riddle out before anybody. But I don't know. I mean, if he can come back and just learn, hey, realize a lot of things need to be switched out and changed up than what it used to be, then sure. But like Brian said, I think he's only that character, and I don't think anything else will gel or anything else will go with what is trying to be presented. Like honestly, he could be like another Ricochet, be great talent, be great in the ring, but no character, and it's just bland. And like you said, it'll only
Yeah.
work for like a week or two, and then it's like, all right, bro, like do something different, like show us.
Yeah.
But you want to know something
What
real quick on that too, though, because I don't want to knock, like, there's certain people that can run with one gimmick forever.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what
let's
I
be
was
real.
about to
Look at
say.
R-Truth. He always reinvents the shit, but he's been that character for almost his whole time, and as long as he's been relevant. When he was K-Quick with a Road Dogg back in the day, he really, people weren't really paying attention. But as long as Truth has been relevant, he's had the same fucking song, if you think about it, since he, first started jumping in, even fighting that Capital Punishment with John Cena and all that shit.
Boy.
So I'm saying, like, Rob Van Dam, he's been able to run with that same kind of stoner, kind of, artsy fartsy fucking character or whatever. So it's like it can be done, but I don't feel like, I feel like Riddle he's not somebody who you're gonna be super excited to see. He'll have some good feuds. He'll get involved. Like, he is a talent, but I just don't see him anywhere, bro.
Yeah,
That's the bad thing about it.
Yeah, and it's like, how long can you go with the stoner gimmick? But you also, and you see, but RVD, everybody just knew behind the scenes that, okay, RVD, yeah, he get high, he smoke, but it wasn't really like that was a part of his character. He was just like real athletic, and he, does high flying moves, frog splash, and, he's RVD and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, Riddle, kind of see what you guys, point is about that he could just be that, that one sided character and really, that's really it though. He's just bro, really, riddle.
Dude, I went and got some coffee yesterday, and I forgot my shoes, and doorman was really cool about it. He just let me on in, man. Fucking boring, bro.
He might be
I
one
just
of those
I ain't
guys you
into
would
it,
you would see at a White Castle every now and then.
bro. Listen,
Okay.
I'll fuck with White Castle all day.
Hey, all
That'll be
right.
my gimmick right there, White Castle. That'll be my move, my finisher, all of
My
that shit.
gimmick, the Crave
The White
Box
Castle drop.
3000.
Number 4. This past Monday night on Raw, man, we seen
shit.
Jay Uso, man, was attacked on Monday Night Raw, and he haven't
It's
been the only
Rikishi.
one. It's
Rikishi did it for
Rikishi.
The Rock.
He did it for The Rock. Okay, yeah, Jay Uso, got attacked, but he wasn't the only one. Of course, a couple of weeks ago, Jay Cargill, she got attacked on SmackDown. This past Tuesday on NXT, Eddie Thorpe was attacked though. You guys have any ideas though who could these 3, people who got attacked from, including,
Yo,
Jay Uso?
hey Dre, I want to right now in this moment right here, I want to give hats off to you because for the first time, I never put that together. I didn't put together. Wait a minute, there has now. I know there's been 3 different attackings, but I didn't realize like together. Honestly, could they all be one fucking person?
Could they?
I don't
I
think
don't think
so.
so though. I don't think so.
Rumor
But
has
I
it
mean,
Seth
it's
is trying to
interesting.
form another Shield. So
It's interesting. I mean, it's an interesting concept. Like, I think personally, I ain't going. I mean, since you put it out there, I think fucking Bianca attacked Jade.
Okay,
I think
because I
that's.
don't think we had that discussion here, have we?
No, we
Since
haven't.
that happened. Okay,
Yeah, we
yeah.
it's
So
either
haven't.
Bianca or
I want
Bailey.
to. Yeah, I definitely want to hear you guys' theories though, because a
I
lot
don't.
of
I
people
don't
said
think it's
points the finger at
Bailey.
me.
Yeah, I don't think it's Bailey. Bailey just came off of a heel run. I don't think it's Bailey.
Bailey needs
I,
a heel run. This role model is not a baby
it's,
face run.
but yo, listen. I don't think a heel. Yo, listen. All right, we about to talk some shit now. Listen, I don't think. You know damn well I'm the main one on this motherfucker who's always like, yo, listen, if you corny, if you boring, if your shit getting stale, turn them heel. I'm number 1 fan for that. But it doesn't work all the time. You can't just flip flop back and forth, Big Show or Charlotte Flair your way back to fucking heel to face characters. You're not Two-Face from Batman. You have to rock with something. I agree. Bailey's new role, it ain't working. It's getting
No,
interest. It's getting interest because of the people she's around, but it's not working for her. And I think they're moving with her. It's kind of telling the story. If you paid attention to Survivor Series, if you see, remember they
With
put her
her
back
Io.
up with EO. They put her back next to all the people she's kind of fucked over, and she's kind of
yeah,
paying for it.
yeah,
You see
I
that, right?
mentioned that. Yeah, I mentioned
Yeah,
that too because you look at the whole team though. Bailey and EO was causing damage control, and
yeah.
they turned on Bailey. Bailey took on EO at
Kind of like Jay
WrestleMania,
when
beat
he
her,
first came to
and
Raw.
Bailey and Bianca was
Oh, they
going at
back.
it for like a whole year.
Welcome back, Dre.
So it was like,
Oh
Man,
shit! Oh shit!
Zordon.
Here we
Zordon
go.
coming out again.
Robot Dre back is back. It's awesome.
The commission
All right,
special,
man.
Robo
yeah.
Dre.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
good
like they were
now.
going at it for a whole year, man. So it was like this team was just so discombobulated, though. But yeah,
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I think Bianca pushed Jade. I think Bianca's gonna be behind a lot of the orchestrated shit. Or another thing I heard, not to take up too much people's thoughts, but I was Naomi and Bianca gonna be on some tag team shit. Like, all right, nah, fuck that. We taking over this shit. I'm all for that. I'm
Hmm.
all for that. Like if they do
Hmm.
just like a 2-man power trip shit, like with Bianca and Naomi.
Yeah.
Bad bitches walking around. Yeah. Add
You-
Jada Parker to that shit. Woo!
Naomi
Man,
is
yeah, she
something.
Oh,
killing it. She killing it
that
in
was
NXT.
fire, bro.
But for it to be Bianca right now, I feel like, man, boy, I think that's some fucked up shit for you to do what you did and then come out to the ring and act like ain't nothing happened. And then when you saw it on the screen, you're like, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
so I didn't really
Perfect.
I didn't go with Bianca. I went with, it was someone, obviously Bianca is obviously the number one, her being, she could easily done it. It's like, I don't need you, you
That
just
Mania match would be
claim me on
crazy.
me. Yeah, it'd be crazy though. But Bailey, Hey, she definitely needs something new, man. She just been stale a little bit though, but we're gonna figure out who definitely did that. But Jay Uso though, I for a minute I thought it was Seth Rollins, and then we
I'm
seen
thinking.
obviously
I'm thinking Drew.
you
I
think
think Drew
Drew.
came back. But the only thing is, if they swerve and it's not Drew,
It could
I
be
don't really
Drew
know,
and Seth.
man. It could be Jimmy. It could be
Drew and
Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Seth.
Could be Jimmy,
I
bro.
think it's Drew
Mm.
and Jeff. I meant Drew and Jay. I meant Drew and Seth. And I
Drew
don't
and
know who the
Seth.
third
I hope
person
it's
could
Drew
be
and
though.
Seth. Drew,
Because the
Seth, and
reason
Kevin
why I'm
Owens.
saying this is because Seth feels just like actually honestly it could probably be Kevin Owens because they all feel betrayed. Like
Kevin
they
Owens.
all
Mm-hmm.
did this stuff to stop the bloodline, did all this stuff to side with everyone that they did. We're
Mm-hmm.
seeing it, especially on Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn. And technically it feels like he turned his back on Seth. Seth
Right.
literally has been wondering, hey, why is everybody wanting to join the bad guys again? Like he's seeing this as I'm the innocent guy. Now, yeah, I pulled the trigger 10 years ago, but I've made my amends. Why are you back with him? Why are you doing these things? I don't know, man. It's gonna get
I
interesting.
didn't see that. I didn't see that coming. Not at all, man. Especially with Seth and Sami Zayn. He was just like he told Jay,
I
yeah,
just feel
go
like
ahead, run
Sammy
on back
came
to
into the
Roman.
group way too early. That's the only
Yeah,
thing I hated about it.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know why. I think it
yeah,
was
yeah,
perfect.
yeah. I think we mentioned that.
In
Of
a
course,
way,
they had
Sammy
to.
needed it because Sammy had nothing to fall back on,
Nothing.
honestly.
That's what they
Yeah,
fucked him
So
up when
I
he was
think
with
that's what the
Bloodline.
biggest thing is. Reality for Sammy is when he lost that Intercontinental, he had nothing to fall back on. So it was
Yo,
like,
let's be real though. Let's be honest, yo. We love WWE's product right now, right? It's a lot of hot shit to talk about. It's a lot. But you want to know something on some real shit? Most of them motherfuckers don't got nothing to fall back on. There's a
Mhm.
lot of stories going on, but there's really no stories going on. Think about it. We talk about the
they're
bloodline
just filling it
consistently for
up
the
until
last fucking 5
Netflix.
years. No,
That's all they're
I'm
doing.
that is a definite point. They're on a stalling mission, but there's a lot of people doing shit, but it's not a lot of people doing shit. LA Knight was a prime fucking
Oh,
example
oh,
of that shit.
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead, Trey.
Actually,
Go ahead, Trey.
Yeah.
you
I'm
know,
saying,
LA
look,
is stale.
if we
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
talking,
LA is
yeah, yeah.
stale.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, and I think that is actually our next top five moment here on the joint though. But you are totally right. There's a lot of stories that is going on, but you may feel like man, ain't really too much shit going on. And you just mentioned L.A. Knight though. He lost the United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura, which I'm definitely
I was
digging. My
happy
son,
with.
I'm
my
perfect decision.
my,
Perfect
my
fucking decision.
That was
I
if you brought
I can't
Shinsuke
say.
back to lose, that would have been the worst decision.
Yeah, for
Oh
real.
yeah, I
How many
I
times do
agree.
you start to stop a motherfucker? They listen. I said this shit when Shinsuke first came and he was going up against Seth with the back and he had them crazy ass promos. Let me tell y'all something. Shinsuke was in my motherfucking top 5 heels. For when that shit first started, I was like, yo, this motherfucker is something different. They had something, they started something. And then they fucking messed it up. They had him lose. He lost. He lost to Seth Rollins. He lost. I forgot who else he fought. He lost to them too, and just consistently was losing. And then all of a sudden, they bring him back out of nowhere, and he starts attacking LA Knight. If he would have lost that match, LA Knight just fucking drop his ass, bro. Put him back in
Mhm.
Japan. Let him fucking fight the Great
He said,
Muta,
"Put him back to
whoever the fuck's over
Japan."
there. And because literally, Shinsuke Nakamura is one of the top motherfuckers on SmackDown right now. I don't care what anybody says, especially with the
Just need
winning
to
of this
translate it.
championship. Take this shit and run with it. You could take him from this spot and fucking put him all the way up to taking the title off of Cody Rhodes. If you wrote the shit
Mhm.
right enough, I'm telling you.
No,
Shinsuke's spot, it's not bloodline, it's not Kevin Owens, it's no relevancy, it's brand fucking new, and people want to see that. I don't care what
I
nobody
agree.
says.
I agree. I can't say his name too loud. My son will cry. I'm telling you,
Oh,
when he saw Shinsuke Nakamura come out at Survivor Series, I was like, "What the fuck? What is going on? Like, are you hurting anything?" And
the boy saw
balling.
the
So I
book
know every
man.
time I put him on TV, he go crazy. But man, do you guys like the new character though? Because
Hell
I
yeah.
think I'm digging it. All the dark and the
Yup.
hair and the face and everything. And
Yes, it
Shins, I mean,
is.
LA Knight. was the only guy besides Cody Rhodes who have held his championship since WrestleMania. And a couple of people was like, "Nah, it was too fast." Nah, I think he had a
Nah.
decent title run. I think sometimes you chasing a title is a lot better than you just keeping it and just really not doing nothing. I felt like
Especially
LA
when you don't
Knight,
got no story.
yeah,
Especially when you don't got no story at all.
he was just in a cycle of like four guys of Santos Escobar, Carmelo
Carmelo
Hayes,
Hayes.
Andrade. Yeah, it was just like, what are you guys doing? And it was just weird or whatever. So
Andrade and
yeah,
Carmelo Hayes had a whole fucking feud, and it wasn't even on LA Knight's title. LA Knight was almost afterthought to their feud. So it's like
exactly.
until Shinsuke came out, it didn't bring any relevancy to the fucking title, to be honest with you, because people were cheering. I'm gonna say it, fuck it. People were cheering LA Knight because they felt like they were supposed to. He wasn't doing it. He wasn't even on the
Mm.
mic. He wasn't even on the mic, bro. Be real. Like, he wasn't cutting promos like he used to. They wasn't even giving him TV time. He didn't have any. When they put fucking LA Knight up against Roman Reigns, it was the destruction of LA Knight. We all witnessed it. We all talked about it. They put his ass in a spot where he shouldn't have fucking been yet. We saw it. He got beat. That was it. You can't. He's too old to restart, repackage. This
He's
is
too
it.
old.
He's still, bro. The nigga's like 40 years old.
Yeah, he is. He
Like
is.
42 years old.
Mm.
You gotta face facts, man. That's why I said with this Shinsuke shit, if they fuck up Shinsuke right here, if they don't let it, if they kept him, they haven't released him. If
Mm-hmm.
they fuck up Shinsuke, let him speak Japanese. He don't
Mm-hmm.
need shit. Let
And
him come out and just fucking just destroy motherfuckers.
they don't really have the greatest track record with Japanese superstars though,
No, they
for
don't.
them to actually keep him around and bring him back in. This is like his third time evolving into like a different character. So
For
when
real.
I immediately saw them say, yo, he's gonna take on LA Knight for the title, he had to win. It was like, no
I
man,
knew it, bro.
the smooth ass entrance, all that, like you can't come back and have him just lose like that.
And it's
Like
good that it was fast. It's good that it was quick. It
mhm.
wasn't even like competitive. It was like boom, no, fuck that. He won.
Mhm.
Play it with the eyes, whatever the fuck you want to do. He won. Like, that's just what it is. Like, and that's what it should be. I feel
Mhm.
like Shinsuke should be rocketed to the top right now, yo. We need somebody who's going to be entertaining and threatening in especially in SmackDown. SmackDown really needs some fucking help. I think because Raw going to Netflix, I think they started paying way more attention to Raw. Raw is stacked. They're even bringing motherfuckers, the guys that they
And
have on
and
SmackDown, to
and,
Raw.
and, then- and let's be honest with you, it's called SmackDown, aka the Bloodline Show. So
I tell
like
you,
it's everything else. It's the Bloodline, and then everything else, though.
that's
So
it.
like
You
on
absolutely
Monday
right.
Night Raw, it's so full. It's so much really different stuff. That's definitely going on though. But Warren, do you like the new Nakamura?
Oh yeah, I mean it's something different, and he's really in his element. That's something really about Nakamura. Nakamura, and nobody's watching the New Japan. That's what he liked. That dark look. There were some of the times where he dressed like Michael Jackson, did all those little imitations. I think this is a really good revamp for Shinsuke, and I love how they waited the timing that they did for Shinsuke. Like, give him time to like, hey man, where's Nakamura? And boom, you bring Nakamura back, and it's new, it's refreshed. It's not the Michael Jackson look or anything. Like, this dude looks like somebody that needs to be in a scary film, like The Grudge with the male version or something. Like, that's something that this brings out, and I think this will be a really good refresher for the United States title, and more importantly, gives more eyes to seeing what Shinsuke really can do.
Mm. Okay. Okay, I got you, man. I definitely got you. So, Shinsuke Nakamura, man, we all rooting for Nakamura to definitely get a big old push. All right, number 2, you guys, man. This past Friday night on SmackDown, we saw another cinematic promo between Roman Reigns, or at least with Roman Reigns, more than likely produced by Paul Heyman, though. But a sit down between Roman Reigns and CM Punk, you guys, man. And of course, we still wondering, what was the favor, though? You know, like what was the favor between CM Punk and
Okay.
Roman Reigns? If you
I
guys,
don't like you.
you know, have any idea on possibly what this favor could be?
Bye bye, wise man.
Huh?
Bye bye, wise man.
I ain't even hear you. Did you say
He's
Brock
gonna be
Lesnar?
leaving Roman. He's gonna be leaving Roman, and it's gonna be one of the most shocking things. I said it countless times. Paul Heyman's gonna cause Roman the Royal Rumble.
Hmm. Okay.
I don't know about causing the Royal Rumble. I don't even know what
It's
that
gonna
would
be
be.
something that's gonna cause Roman to not get in the title picture. It's got to be very impactful and something that make you go, "Whoa! I can't believe that just happened." I could see something like that.
I agree. It's gonna be
It's
him.
gonna be
I mean,
something for Punk to get in the title picture. It's got to be something.
he hinted at it on Raw this week when Punk was saying, like, you know, he pointed to the invisible fucking WrestleMania sign because he wants to go. And then Seth came out, and you already know that was supposed to be one of the big matches for last year's Rumble. I mean, Mania. And the way it's going, I mean, I think we're in a weird stage because anything we say right now, I don't know if it's going to stick because they
Some
are
cold
doing a lot of shit,
messages.
bro. They're doing a lot of shit different.
It's
They're doing a
great.
lot of shit because of Netflix. But the stories that they are telling, some of the best shit that happened with Punk and Seth on Raw
Mm-hmm.
Monday was incredible, bro. They're back and forth. The realness that you feel when they interact with each other. That shit is raw, bro. Literally. Like you can tell that there's animosity. Even when they fucking started clashing, Punk swung on some real shit. And
Mm-hmm.
Seth like just ducked, or one of them swung and just
Yeah,
like
Punk.
completely just missed it. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh shit. And you saw Punk had a fucking, like, he got cracked in the nose. So it's
Mm.
like they got some real heat, yo. And I think that it's starting to boil over. But
You
I do
saw how
agree.
fast Jay and Sammy had to go out there.
Yeah. Shout out to Brandon Deneau show, honorary Oos on STR. He called it immediately in our chat. He was like, yeah, Paul Heyman is about to, you know, leave Roman's side and join up with Punk to get him to a title. And I don't know what that's going to include. I don't know if he's going to fuck Roman over or anything like that. I think he's just going to bow out and Roman's going to be forced to have to deal with shit on his own. I think that's going to interact where The Rock and Roman. So The Rock shit got to come eventually.
I don't
to
know. Rock
Roman
might
shit.
not be doing a match. He'll probably be at Mania, but I don't think he'll
Listen,
be having a match. I hate to say
I
it.
don't know.
I was hearing maybe, you know, CM Punk, the favor that he might cash in and need from Paul Heyman is, you know, just getting a WWE championship match opportunity. But however, though, I do feel though that Paul Heyman slightly is, you know, going to turn his back on Roman Reigns, because even in the interview, the sit down one with CM Punk, and Roman asked him, you know, wise man, you know, what's the favor? And he was like, well, let's not focus on that right now. Let's get the Survivor
Mhm.
Series in. And how Paul Heyman just held his head down in disappointment. And as Roman just kept eyeing
Oh
him and
yeah.
looking at him, Paul Heyman just looked at so frightened and scared, like, oh man, like he just shit the bejesus out of him or something like that. But
Yeah.
yo, man, I really think that it could possibly happen though. You know, Paul Heyman definitely turning on Roman Reigns though. But I really want to know what the favor is
Heel
though.
Punk.
The
Heel
story,
Punk.
the storytelling with heel Punk is definitely going to be something. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's really weird because fucking even with Seth
Uh,
Rollins, the way he's kind of running, like I don't know if they
yeah.
can turn him heel. I don't know what kind of deal
Oh,
he's gonna
easily
have.
I
turn
feel
him
like
heel.
I
I
feel like
think
Seth
fans
Rollins
already
is about to
starting to
turn
turn
heel.
on. Fans already starting to turn on Seth without even him doing anything.
But how are we
If
gonna
you
have
didn't
two
No,
heels
realize,
then? That's what I'm saying. Like
no,
if it's
no.
heel Punk,
Seth
it can't be
Rollins
heel Punk
is
and Rollins.
No, I don't think Seth Rollins is actually, turning it, without nothing actually happening. It was that this past Monday night on Raw was like a glimpse of, it to see it a little bit clear, because we already knew that when CM Punk teamed up with the OG bloodline, that was already going to piss Seth Rollins off, not knowing that it also pissed not only that it pissed him off, it pissed him off that Sami Zayn even went over there and teamed up. So it's like Seth Rollins had so much going through and boiling with him, and I rate that. Okay, yeah, he went over there and not only teaming up with the bloodline, he teaming up with Roman Reigns that Seth Rollins really despised though. So you saw a whole lot of things clear. Even when I said, when he told Jay, just go on, run on back to Roman Reigns, and I was like, yo, hold up, wait a minute, like, okay, Seth, that's where we going at, just
That's because
run
their
back to Roman
stories are
Reigns.
so
Hey, bro,
good,
they
bro.
could be
Just-
building a
Yeah,
faction. It can
and
make
they're
sense.
overlapping
Seth,
with one another,
Drew,
and I mean, not
and
necessarily
Kevin Owens,
overlapping,
it can make
but
sense.
they're connecting. It's like the bloodline story is connecting in so many different
leading
aspects.
out,
There's
yeah.
so many different stories that's going on. So I think
Yeah.
that's dope, man.
I
Really
think it's
think
dope
that's
too.
dope.
Just like you just said, it's so many different avenues that can be taken. That's all branched off from the events that's happened these last 3 years, man. The shit
Mhm.
from Drew McIntyre, like you said, like
Yeah,
I I've been looking at shit all day. I've been seeing shit online and stuff like that, and everybody's been saying stuff like, "Yo, it looks like they're starting to form, a clique between, which would make the most sense: Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and fucking Kevin Owens." Like, as soon as I saw that shit, I was like, "Yo, listen." Let's be
yeah,
fucking real. Like that would be unbelievable. If
it
if
would
Seth
be.
Rollins does do some, hey, this is the new Shield, and it's just some shit like that. Oh my, listen, bro, I'm fucking all for it, head to toe. So if CM Punk does do some shit where he's
You
like,
could piss
hey,
somebody off. They're gonna do it better than what AEW is doing with the Riot Group.
oh, the
Mhm.
with the Hurt Syndicate or whatever.
No. Ambrose's group, whatever that
Oh,
is.
get the fuck out of here.
No,
That shit is
Death
so
Riders.
ass. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hate.
That's what
That
I'm
shit is
saying. I'm saying
ass.
they're gonna do it better than what they're trying to do over there.
Yeah, I don't know
yeah,
what
but
they got
Seth,
going.
Seth, Cody, Seth, Cody, and Drew all despise the bloodline. So you could see either with Drew coming back, and I'm still trying to figure out, why did he Claymore Sami Zayn at the end of Monday Night
Because
Raw, or if it was
he went back to
He
fucking
went
Roman.
back
He
to
teamed
Roman.
with Punk or everybody he hates. Like all you
yeah, okay,
motherfuckers
Everybody
remember
okay,
hates.
him.
Yeah.
okay,
Him and
I'm
okay,
Sami
telling you, bro,
yeah,
were
it's a
playing.
revolving circle.
It's a
It's just a
revolving
yeah,
door.
revolving
yeah,
circle.
He went
yeah,
back like
okay.
all y'all motherfuckers. He screwed on. Then y'all gonna go with these people? Like what's wrong with y'all? That's gonna be
Hmm.
true. The same
I'll
shit
tell you right
Seth
now.
speaking.
There's one
Mm.
pay-per-view that's not easily to project right now is the Royal Rumble. And it's because of stuff like this. Because you're gonna have so much key aspects of, like what we just said. What was Paul Heyman's favor to Punk? Punk is going to be in the Rumble. Seth is going to be in the Rumble. Kevin Owens is going to be in the Rumble. Like you're going
Roman
to
is going
see
to be in the
all
Rumble.
these
Roman's gonna be in the
guys
Rumble.
in the Rumble, and it's going to be like, oh my god, I can't really pick who's going to win. I don't know who's going to win this one.
Better
And
not
I
be
mean,
Cena. I'll
there's
tell you that
so
shit right
much
now.
different thing, huh?
Better not be Cena. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I know it's his last run. I don't think they would do that with the directions that WWE has
Cena's
been
already
going
won
in.
3. He's already won 3
I'm
Rumbles.
saying, but this is the last one. You know that Cena's going to be a part of one of
He
these big
won.
fucking
He
stories,
won
bro.
1, 2. No, he's
You know,
won 2 Rumbles. He's won 2.
see, I could see WWE,
Cena's
making
going to win
him.
the Elimination Chamber to get involved in the world title picture.
That's
I don't
ass to
see
me.
anything else.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
even like that.
I can actually see John Cena winning it. I can see WWE having them winning it
Okay,
and going
here's a
on
swerve. Here's a
to
swerve.
WrestleMania
I'm
What if
to take on the World
Cena
Heavyweight
works with
Championship.
Seth
I'm
and Drew?
pissed.
What if Cena works with Seth and Drew to switch a whole different dynamic of John
Cena
Cena?
with Seth. I mean, that would be interesting and not at the same time because he don't really fit into it.
I see
'Cause-
Cena is going to try to do a heel run before he's done.
Man, I would love that, but would it be
I
effective?
think it might happen because you
I
remember
think it would
he's
be.
been
I
countless
think
times,
Yeah.
and he
it.
even said on his Club Shay Shay, he said they finally gave him the idea that this is the time it can work.
Well, And then also one thing I want to say, I think WWE gonna be like, look at you, you got either or. You go, which heel run would you take, Cody Rhodes or John Cena?
Cena.
Nah, fuck
Because
that.
Cena's
I
almost
take
out
Cody.
the door. Cena's out the door.
Cody.
You're gonna get him to
Cena's
17.
story ain't
Because you're
going
gonna
too much,
you
bro.
can't have both of them as a heel at the
Nah.
same time.
I take Cody.
Cody's not gonna be a heel for a while. It
Cody's
ain't
heel
gonna- it's
turn
not
But
gonna
would be
happen.
look at the
great.
story that's going on right now with Kevin Owens and Cody. Ain't Cody the bad guy and all of it? Because it's all his fault, right? It's all his
Yeah, you're
fault
right.
that why
You're right. They fucking
Randy
right. They all
Orton
right.
is cooped up with a neck brace. It's all his fault. This why Kevin Owens is so irate. You feel me? Like, I mean, the promo was marvelous though,
It's the
but
same
Yeah.
thing with Seth.
Same thing with Seth. Same thing with Drew. When Drew was
yeah,
in it.
But
It's,
Seth
they
is
shit is
but
fire.
Seth is portrayed the heel, and now Cody's portrayed the heel.
Hey, yo, listen, we got a whole nother, there's a whole nother, I'm sure we're going to get to it, but there's a
I-
whole bunch of truth that was just coming the fuck out on Monday, too. And
I-
they were both right. Fucking
let's get into
real.
it. Let's continue that. All right, that was number 2,
Absolutely.
man. CM Punk Roman Reigns promo of the week. Number 1, man. We all witnessed it. We all saw it, man. It went down. The New Day, man, turned they back, man, on Big E. Like this was the last
Dre.
thing. Hold
Dre.
on. Okay, let me say this real fast. Let me say this real fast, and then you go ahead and chime in.
Right.
Because I was not expecting this. We talked about this for weeks, man. It's like, yo, man, Xavier gonna turn on Kofi. Well, we said, yeah, Xavier gonna turn on Kofi. But what if they flipped it and had Kofi turn on Xavier? Then they said, nah, we're gonna have both of them be heels and turn on the guy that ain't been there at all, though. Like
Right.
my line of the night was dog. Like Kurt Angle broke his neck, Stone Cold broke his neck, Edge broke his neck, and then like boy,
Yo,
oh boy,
bro. Stop fucking
Yeah.
playing with Zave and Kof, bro. Hey, Big E, you fucked up, dog. Just like they said. Big E gonna come down there with a stupid suit on, no haircut, having motherfucker, and then he gonna walk in the ring talking about, don't worry, I'm gonna be your manager. Just like Zave said. Now, nigga, we've been on this bitch running around doing all of this shit. You've been behind the desk in post interviews. Nah, Kof and Zave didn't leave Big E. Big E left. Yo, they put that shit in black and white for everybody, and they were absolutely right. They
but when that happened, I thought of you, B, and I said that on the watch along because I remember you was like, "Yo, if they could bring back Big E to be the manager, though." And when he said that, how did you feel?
I mean, I was just like, I felt like it was smart. That would have been smart, just like they said, mad long ago, bro. When he was fucking doing, what's it called? I thought maybe he can't get in the ring. All right, come on. I've been on multiple shows. I've said it. Yo, they need to bring Big E out as at least if anything, a fucking commentator, like get him in the presence. But I said, let them come down with the New Day. They should. They're a fucking squadron. They're 3, just like the Freebirds, all that shit. Like they have to be together. When they broke up, even when Big E went on his singles run, it wasn't the same, bro. The 3 of them were the team. And then when he got injured, he left, and then he can come back, and he gonna talk about, oh, I can be a manager. Now I would have been just like Kofi and Zave, like, nah, bro, we know that shit's been different since you've been gone, and we ain't getting respect like we used to. Nah, I don't want to hear it. Fuck you. Like Kurt Angle broke his neck, and then you saw fucking Tommaso Ciampa was in the thing.
Yeah, Tommaso
and Hurricane Helms. I broke my neck, motherfucker. Where I'm at? Breaking up fights and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Big.
man, that was unexpected, bro.
Absolutely right, bro.
They are
absolutely right. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for a heel New Day. I'm ready for a heel. I want them. Fuck it. I want them to go to the top. Let them take the titles off of fucking Judgment Day and let heel New Day run the fucking block, bro. Completely. Fuck the singing. Fuck everything. Let them come out on some G shit. You saw how Kof was dressed. He was ready.
Yeah.
Let them
But I ain't
G shit and run with it, bro.
Man, it threw me all off though. I won't get to Warren pick real fast. But Christy says the double heel turn by Kofi and Woods left me confused, man. I left a lot of people confused.
Bro,
Yo, what's going on, my guy?
Black and white.
Appreciate it. And then another thing, man, they kind of like was like they kind of confirmed like, yo, he's never going to be medically cleared. He's never coming back. But it
I
also
see
gave
that.
me a little
That's cool.
glimpse of, well, what if he is? Because they mentioned Stone Cold, they
Yup.
mentioned Edge, they mentioned all the guys who broke their neck and came back.
That's
So
right.
could Big E be medically cleared and come back and have a matchup with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's what they just kind of highlighted it. And like I said, man, Rumble, Saturday night's main event. It's going to be one of those moments you're going to see you're going to see Kofi and Xavier a different look. And I feel like this is going to be one that they're not going to be asking for stuff. They're going to take stuff. They're going to take this opportunity. They're going to take these things. And honestly, I believe this is not technically just going to be a tag team run. I think this is Kofi's going to be behind Xavier to win a title, a singles title, Intercontinental title, the United States title, one of those titles. I don't see this as necessarily a tag team run, but if it is, it's going to be something different. Definitely something for Kofi. Kofi, this is out of his element and his own characteristics. Judging by a guy that broke his neck that didn't have to have surgery, it's not easy. But I see Big E's definitely already been cleared. It's just they don't want to say it, which they're doing perfect, because when he does come back and when he does do something, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, he's here. And the way he stood out, he came out to his entrance song, not the New Day song. So those were also a little bit of Easter eggs with that. But that turn was really that one did some tear jerks, because like, man, it's long overdue, but you also you realize, like, I love the timing that they did it, because like they said, man, this team has been together for 10 years. 10 years. Them owning everything. I still remember the WrestleMania I was in. They outdrew a mall on WrestleMania week. They outdrew a mall. People were staying overnight to be in line at the sneakers Lids at Lids store, just so they could see New Day and get an autograph sign, because they had the New Day special edition WrestleMania hats. New Day outdrew the mall over Ric Flair at Foot Locker. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, this is something I remember numerous times. I say it countless times, man. For a team to make a grown man put on a light up unicorn horn and think it's normal to go out in public and run around with cereal boxes and all this stuff, like, that tells you how big New Day was. And this is when they were heel. This wasn't even when they were baby faces. And when they got to the baby face standpoint, it got even more. And then just see the stuff that they did with the Usos. Like, they were the modern day Jeff Hardy and Edge and Christian and guys like that. Like, you needed a tag team that really could excel and make that next moniker generation over the Jeff Hardys, over the Edge and Christians. And New Day and Usos were the two guys, the two teams that carry that leash. So it's definitely going to be a different branch, and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be exciting, man. See where they go from here, man. I can definitely tell you for myself, I was not expecting it to go that way and it went like that. And man, I've been saying it for the longest, man. I was like, man, I want something new from the New Day, like, particularly, Xavier and Kofi, because Big E was out and he had a neck joint, so it was just like, if Big E never came back, I was cool with it, put my piece with it. But now they kind of like tease that he could come back, and this whole angle that went down on Monday night definitely let everybody know, man. The New Day it's gonna be staying together, but not as a trio though, but more so with Kofi and Xavier Woods, man. So hey, man, that's gonna be something. Definitely gonna be something. All right, you guys, man. That was the top 5 moments, you guys. Top five moments of the week you guys, in wrestling on this week's episode of Talk Pro Wrestling Commission Talk edition, you guys, man. I appreciate everybody rocking with us, man, in the live chat. Got the guys, got the gang with me. Brian B, Warren Marlowe, and of course myself, man. So definitely make sure you subscribe to the Beeline Entertainment and Buzzing with Marlo. All right, you guys, man, we're gonna keep the show rolling on, man, and we're gonna keep it moving on. This is kind of like a signature segment on the podcast show, the 11:30 podcast show. No episode this week. It'll be back next Wednesday with some dope guests. But you guys, man, I always do my WTF moment of the week on the 11:30 podcast show, where there's always some crazy shit going on in the world, entertainment, whatever you name it, man, real life, whatever. But here on the podcast show, on the wrestling side of it, we're gonna start it off, man, with the WTF wrestling moment of the week, you guys. Yes, WTF moment of the week, man. And boy, oh boy, it was a WTF moment of the week. Okay, man, Big Bronson Reed, my guy, man. I felt like he had a whole lot of momentum, and still do got a whole lot of momentum behind him. But this past Saturday at War Games, boy, it was nasty, and I was like, "Yo, okay, Bronson Reed, and he gotta go up top of the cage, and he gotta do a tsunami, man. He got to. You can't walk up out of that structure and not do a tsunami. You look at EO. EO starting to create a little path for." Similar to like how Kofi Kingston did for himself at the Royal Rumble. So now when you see EO and War Games, she's gonna do some crazy shit off the top of the cage, probably with a trash can. But Bronson Reed got his big ass up there and he said, "Yo, it's tsunami time, man." And Bronson Reed, well, let's just say it didn't turn out well for the big man Bronson Reed, man. If you guys haven't seen it out though, I'm not gonna some of the graphic footage though, but if you haven't seen it, man, here's Bronson Reed taking a big splash from off the top of the cage. Yeah, and that was the moment that Big Bronson Reed broke both of his ankles, man. Have you guys seen that on social media this past week?
I don't think he broke both. I think he broke one.
It's just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
one.
Okay.
He actually walked out of the ring. He had to get help.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah.
Out. Yeah.
But listen, this is all I gotta say. As a fellow big man in the community, the big man community, I don't give a fuck where you at. Keep your big ass off of the top of the cage. I don't know what you really think is gonna be happening, but I don't think the big men should get up on a cage. I don't think they should get up on a rope. That shit is not supposed to. Remember, did y'all ever see that clip of Psycho Sid Justice back in the day in WCW when he went to the top rope and then fucking broke his leg and it was just dangling? Keep your big ass on the floor where you're supposed to be at. The one-legged tsunami is awesome. Like keep that. That's some Bam Bam Bigelow shit. But as far as getting on the cage, it was a hot spot.
Yeah,
but I don't think.
It was a main story part of the match too, because you gotta think that's when CM Punk removed Roman, like saved Roman from it. So it made sense to that cup of tea. But yeah, man, and this is something that I talk about when I talk to my trainees all the time. Is like, man, know the placements on the card and see what the purpose is. If you're a big man, get that big man spot over, but we have guys that can go on the top rope and do this safely and protect yourself and do these things. Make that placement matter. Make it make sense. If we got these big guys doing all these spots and stuff like that, what's the purpose of all the other guys? Like, these things are something that's really focal in wrestling, really bad nowadays because they feel like, oh, the big guys have to get on top. The big guys got to do this stuff. Why? Like, what does it do? Like, look, I got a great example on some guys. Keith Lee, what is he doing? Like, what are all these guys that were really big guys doing all these big finish spots doing? Nothing. It's a good moment, but then guess what? You have to remodify it. You have to keep doing shit like that. And that's when stuff like this happens. When you're going to have to like, oh man, what am I going to do next? You're going to have to do shit like this just to get a reaction. And that's really what hurts the character in some ways. Like, so, I mean, prayers and thoughts and prayers go out to him, but man, like, work smarter, not harder.
He's definitely doing a good job of staying, in the conversation. I don't care what anybody says. To me, if it wasn't for fucking Jacob Fatu, I'll be real. Bronson Reed is one of the breakout stars of the year for me. He
Yes.
Jacob
definitely
fucked
jumped
his
into the
knee up
game.
too, and did the whole match still.
Yeah. I don't know how much of it is like, legit. I don't know how much of it is because remember, a lot of these niggas be working too, but it's just at the same time, Bronson shit is definitely. This motherfucker jumped off the cage and landed basically like jumped on both of his legs. There's no way you didn't fuck
Mhm.
this shit up. On with being like damn near 400 pounds. Come on, bro. Like you definitely jacked this shit up.
Watch
All
his
right.
clearance a little bit more. If he would have
So,
extended up and literally, obviously, proper way how you're supposed to jump up. You're supposed to jump like you're gonna fall down, literally by standing up, and then just take the little fall after you get to the feet. If he would have extended up, had his legs a little bit wider on the side, it would not have been as bad as an impact when it comes to landing on that plywood. And that's something that really did affect him is he did not stature himself well enough because you're going through a table. So you were screwed regardless whatever perspective. So honestly, what he should have done is just reached out and fall, not do all that extra stuff that he did. And I think he was a little hesitant on that spot as well.
hell yeah. Jumping from the
Because
fucking
right
side
there,
being
all he
400
had to
pounds.
do if he would have extended out a little bit more, he would have been able to have so much placement fully into the table to where it would have been completely.
I don't know. I think you would have been fucked up regardless, bro. Big ass nigga jumping. But then
I
again,
mean, I've jumped
Rikishi,
through tables before, so I mean, you just
Warren,
got
you
to
fucking
extend it out through, fall
140
through.
pounds. Listen, Warren over here. I
Uh,
did it. I did
I'm
it.
185 pounds, bro.
Oh
All
man.
right. Well, you ain't
Yeah.
nowhere near 400 fucking pounds, so you definitely ain't even on the
I know
marker
what
of
I'm
that.
doing. That's what I'm saying. I know the placement of how to get through.
So you saying Bronson Reed don't know what he's doing? So you over here trying to coach
If he
Bronson Reed
hurt
for
himself, obviously he's not
your
knowing what he's
counsel?
doing.
You don't think that it factors in him being a fucking big weighted man and then not taking that spot
There's a saying we
regularly? I'm pretty
use:
sure.
work smarter, not harder. Like it should have had somebody else that
Whatever,
done
Warren.
that
Nah,
spot.
you want some bullshit right now.
I'm not. I'm very honest
Chris-
about it. Like
Christy says, Brian Reed shined in the War Games match. I feel bad for him. However, because of the injury he suffered in that match, I agree with Brian. Definitely a breakout superstar, man, especially after he attacked Seth Rollins over the summer.
Real.
Bronson Reed took himself out with that tsunami because of CM Punk took Roman Reigns off the table. I guess none of the guys backstage was like, you know what? I'm not going through that table. Not his big ass climbing off the top of the cage or nothing. Like, I ain't going off that table. But
I don't know. I
Yeah,
thought
that
it was
was
Bronson's idea to be like, yeah, y'all
Bronson's
move,
a
man. I'm
fucking
just gonna
beast.
drop down.
Bronson seemed like
insane
one of them
wrestler.
dudes like, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what I can do. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And that's what he's done. He's done nothing
took his
but
money.
that for majority of this year. He and he's still going. Him in the bloodline even makes sense. They should leave him in that motherfucker. Him being there it's a bigger role. Him and Jacob next to each other is fucking pure dominance and intimidation. I feel like there's so much
think
room for
Solo's
Bronson
getting kicked
Reed. I
out.
can see him as an individual. I can see him as a fucking champion. If Bronson Reed took the title off of Gunther, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be like, oh, what? I'd be like, yo, he's made the move in my view.
A year ago, you would be like, who?
Well, yeah, but that's what happens when you got good storytelling and you got good character building. And they fucking sold that shit completely. They sold it. They've had a lot of really good character building this year. That's one big thing I can say. Damian Priest has been a slow start and stop. It got really hot for a minute right before. I would say right before that match with Finn Balor, that whack ass match with Finn Balor that he had at what was
Bad
that?
Blood.
Bad Blood, whatever
Yeah.
that was where Damian shit started to drop. I don't fuck what nobody says. Now he's a street king and all this. I don't know, bro. But
Finn's
it's
getting
been a couple people
a
this year.
revamp, but now Damian needs something.
Finn asked to. Finn ain't got shit. Finn is still the same motherfucker. He just did the same shit. He just did the same shit from Bad Blood that we just was talking about. It's the end of the year now. Like,
yeah. But also,
some people.
Yeah, yeah. I do feel like Damian Priest has improved a little bit, especially before he had, while he was champion. I think now, okay, I feel like his promos is getting a little bit better than what
Yeah,
he was at first, though. He seemed like he was more nervous. This was his first rodeo or whatever, though. Finn Balor, yeah, he's the only one that's still sort of in Judgment Day. And the Judgment Day is really just focused around Dominic and Liv. And I wanted to point out one thing because I
Dominic.
said this on the live Joe, man. The match on Monday Night Raw between Dominic and Gunther. If you guys notice, every week
Phenomenal match, bro.
Dominic gets booed out the arena.
Hate.
Boo, you suck, mustache, all that crazy. But in the matchup that he had with Gunther, in that little 15 to 20 seconds that Dominic hit that 619 and he did it again and he went off the top rope. I don't know if you guys caught it, but people started chanting Dirty Dom, though.
Hell yeah, because
Yeah.
people recognize dope shit. And Dom has been the reason people boo Dominic Mysterio right now, in my opinion, the same way people fucking say you suck to Kurt Angle. It's what you're supposed to do. It's not because
Yeah.
they don't respect the character. Dominic Mysterio is one of the dopest fucking dopest things on Raw. Even him talking shit. Y'all saw the commercial he did with the Christmas stuff, and it was
Yeah,
putting stuff.
yeah.
Nah, get off this dead, bro. It's funny now. It's not. You're not like hating him for it no more. You don't give a fuck about Rey Mysterio. Now it's all about Dirty Dom. He got the hot girls. He got the moves. He's in the ring. He's with the cool clique. Dom Mysterio is fucking X-Pac from DX right now. Let's be real. Like he's dope, bro. Like he's the small guy that's getting in the ring with the big dudes and holding his own. The shit is hot. 1, 2, 3 kid, whoever, pick one of them motherfuckers. Like Dom is he's really stepped it up, bro. And I can see him being a baby face. I can see him and Liv being a baby face. Believe it or not, as crazy as that shit might sound. I think that there's a lot of opportunity if they move that feud between fucking Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I'm so done with that shit. But if they get to other areas, Carlito too.
I think they're gonna separate Dom and Liv pretty soon.
Yeah,
I would love to see Dom, Liv, Raquel, and Carlito.
I think it's gonna be where Judgment Day is gonna turn on Dom.
Yeah, because Finn Balor,
like it's getting there.
Yeah, Finn Balor needs something, real big. And obviously he trying to get back what he once was Kendo in 2016, I believe, where he won the Universal Championship and never, really got back.
Guy there. He's not.
Yeah. Even now he's sort of, turning on, Dirty Dom and, Liv Morgan. So what I see is that Finn Balor is just lost and he's just. Yep. He just needs something big, though. Definitely on Monday Night Raw, though. But
another one that if he don't get something out of this,
and it's time for a change.
If Finn doesn't get something out of this, he's another one that I don't understand how the fuck you can even bring him back anymore. That motherfucker has went from NXT to main roster to NXT to injured to NXT to main roster, and then Judgment Day. Like, what are you going to do next, bro? You might not be able to make it, Finn. Sorry, motherfucker. Like, it is what it is, yo. Yeah, what they should have did was my idea way back was when AJ Styles and the Bully and the Good Brothers teamed back up. They should have let them motherfuckers join the Judgment Day, and they should have revitalized the Judgment Day into the new form Bullet Club with Finn, AJ, and the fucking Good Brothers. And that shit would have been crazy. But then AJ's getting injured and all that shit. So I don't know. I think there was some missed opportunities there, but whatever.
Definitely some missed opportunities.
With AJ injured, you could have still done something with that.
Yeah, you could have. I mean, it would have been more impactful if it was Finn and AJ and the Good Brothers on the same team. I mean, that's literally like Bullet Club shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a stop and go with the Good Brothers too as well. It's like they push them and do something with them, send them down to NXT or whatever, and they were once tag team champions. So I'm like,
they just go into their WrestleCons, Comic Cons, and shit just to get that resume saying, "Hey, I'm WWE superstar," and they making that money. That's all they looking at now.
I I don't
It
blame
seems
him.
like they good. They good where they at right now. They definitely
They
good
in
where they at,
Georgia right
man.
now, training kids right now. They living their life.
Hey, that's what's up. Definitely what's up. All right, you guys, man. We're gonna keep the conversation rolling on, you guys, man. Also, I think it was last Monday. It was revealed on last week on Monday Night Raw. The new Intercontinental Women's Championship. Now we heard on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago from Nick Aldridge that the new United States Champion, Women's United States Championship, was going to be revealed, and we're going to crown a new champion at Saturday night's main event. Now we got the new Intercontinental Women's Championship, and we seen the bracket on Monday Night Raw. I gotta hear you guys' early predictions, man, on this Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament bracket. Who you guys got, at least in the finals, or possibly winning and becoming the first Women's
Dakota Kai.
IC champion? Dakota
Dakota
Kai.
Kai all day.
She needs
Man,
something.
Yeah,
If she
sure.
I
stays
was mad.
healthy, if she
Deserves it.
Look,
stays healthy,
I was mad at
Deserves it.
Dakota because I was rooting for Shayna Baszler to win that triple threat, man.
Yeah, Shayna had her time, bro. I don't think they're gonna fuck with Shayna no more, bro.
Okay.
This might revitalize some heel potential because there is a mid card champion now. I
And
mean,
and
I hope they run with
and,
Shayna, but that
and
bullshit
Brian,
fruit.
hey,
Go ahead,
Brian,
bro.
you also remember that you did say when we were talking about the women's United States Championship that this would give a lot of the women something to do because most of them are in a tag team, and if you
Yeah,
look at the bracket, most of them are the ones that were in women's tag team matches. I thought that stood out too when
for real. Yeah, or a
they
group. Every single
yeah,
person
or
on
group.
this list is in a group or a
Hmm.
tag team. Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
There's nobody that's really
there's an
besides Lyra
opportunity.
Valkyria. Yeah, Lyra was the only other one where I can see if it does boil down, I would say Lyra would be somebody new that would hold the title. I don't think anybody in the tag teams is going to hold it. Shayna Baszler didn't win, so Zoe Stark, she's probably going to go yeah, she's going to go for it because Raquel Rodriguez is in that one match. I don't think she's going to go for it. I wouldn't mind seeing Raquel get it, but I think that Dakota Kai is the only one where she needs something to take her out from the damage control shit. She like Warren said, she's been injured, but she's got something to prove, yo. I think that Dakota Kai can definitely jump in there. I would like to see a match with her and Lyra. She had a lot of they showed a lot of her talent in that three-way match with Katana Chance and Shayna. It was a good match, really good match. So it's like it ain't gonna be fucking Natalia. Natalia needs to go sit her ass down. That's another one that needs to go sit her ass. Go train people, bro. You've been in this shit. You don't need you taking a spot from somebody else that needs to get in that position.
They
In my
need
opinion,
Natty just to keep making these guys get their ropes a little bit more. So
I don't think they need her on a title card. I don't think they need her anywhere near a fucking title. She don't even got to be seen on Raw at this point. In my opinion, I'm
It
just
seems
saying.
like that's what they do with Natalia. Just have her, excuse me, come
Natty
in
is the
and
Al Snow of the women's division.
yeah, that's basically what it seems like. She is though, but Brian, you
Just
said
like what
Dakota,
Al
right?
Snow did to
Yeah,
Maven.
I'm going Dakota.
Warren, who you have possibly going to the finals or winning the whole thing?
Wouldn't mind seeing Zelina get it.
That's what I was saying too.
Zelina would be dope.
Actually, yeah, I'm going with Zelina because Zelina's got more of the experience standpoint and the way that they're really trying to portray with her. And the biggest thing is Zelina's been pushing for a mid card title since she's began in WWE. So, and she said that was one of her main goals. And this is kind of like what Sasha and Bayley did when they won the women's tag team titles. I would say it's going to be between her and I think it might be between Raquel. I think they're going to, if they're putting Raquel in there, Raquel is going to go to the finals. But I think it's going to be between her and Zelina. And I think Zelina's going to get that overcome the odds underdog moment that she's always wanted.
Okay. I think that's interesting though.
I think she deserves it. I mean, she would deserve it. If anybody, If anybody
I
else, I
mean,
think Zelina would be
the
perfect
stuff
for
that
it.
she did in that Puerto Rico match that she did with Rhea at those times, man, like those start
Yeah.
adding up, and she's really good.
See for me though, like I was hoping, I'm a big Shayna Baszler, fan, and that triple threat match happened on Monday Night Raw. I was going with Shayna, going all the way, and whoever won that, Zoe, Raquel, and Kaden. I was gonna say Zoe that's gonna win that. Raquel is already teaming up with Liv Morgan, so anything I feel like Raquel gets involved in, someone is going to interfere on
Mm-hmm.
that behalf or whatever. Kaden
Yeah, that's
Carter,
what I
there's a little show out moment just like Katana Chance had. So I feel like it's going to be Zoe. I felt like it was going to be Shayna and Zoe because they were part of Pure Fury Collective, but I can take Dakota Kai versus Zoe, and Dakota Kai, since she already won, I can see her advancing, taking on Zelina Vega though. So I'm not saying no other women on the board has a not. They don't really have a chance. Kyrie Sane, she all right. Alba Fire, Abby now, and Lava Valkyrie. I don't know, man. Lava Valkyrie got to grow on me, man. It's just something about her. Like I
They
don't
ain't
know.
doing
She
shit with
just
her.
yeah,
She's
like
dope, but they ain't
Yeah,
doing shit with her.
she's
She's
dry.
mm,
dope though.
She's dry.
Yeah,
She ain't got a
yeah,
character. She can work great in the ring. It's
that's
just
true.
she does not have a character.
That whole
That's
Raven
really
shit
what
is
it
that
is.
shit is fucking corny.
I don't know
But
what it is. Is it a bird or what? I mean, she's a beautiful woman, but it's like,
yeah, she
what are
is
you? Like Liar Valkyrie. I'm like, all right, so
thick
what does
ass.
that even symbolize?
Lyra
What's
got them thick
this?
ass thighs, yo. You see that shit when she be on them? Listen, bro, I be
She
looking.
reminds me of Paige, but Paige at
Nobody
least
said
had a persona. And that's something
Paige.
that's like I see what
Paige,
they
another
brought
one.
her in here was like, oh, this could be another Paige. But like I said, she's great
Yeah,
in the
she don't
ring.
got
It's
no wave,
just
no kind of
no
personality like
character.
Paige.
Like there's no
mm,
Not at all.
TV, there's no T-shirt that you can sell with her on it, unless you see a bird or something. Unless if you're a fan of birds, like really, what are you gonna buy her merch or invest into her? It's like those are the
Yo,
biggest
speaking of
things.
Paige, yo, you know what would have been a fire fucking match? I don't think we ever got it, but I would have loved to see like old school. This is my house. Paige versus fucking Rhea, yo. That would have been a fire match, bro. That would have been
mm.
super, like a goth chick throwdown. Like that shit would have
Oh
been
man,
bad.
they got that AEW special. They thought it was better over there. Now they ain't none of them doing anything.
Yeah, well, they
None
WWE
of
didn't
them.
let her work because of that neck injury she had from that she got from Sasha Banks,
None of
kicking her in the back
Yeah,
of the neck.
because of
you're right, Warren. Like none of them guys who
None
even
of them.
the ladies who went over
other than
there, none of them
Moxley
really.
and Sasha, who else is really
But
doing
no,
anything in
no,
AEW?
Nobody, yeah.
but no, but Moxley was already there in the beginning, but and he got over. But everyone from afterwards, I want to say maybe CM Punk. CM Punk
They piss
was
me off with
probably the
people.
biggest that they have got, and really have done something. But everybody else who have either came over there, whether it was Keith Lee, whether it was the Big
Yeah.
Show, whether it was
He could have
Sasha
Rusev.
been their
Banks,
main guy.
Mercedes, they never, none of them, they didn't do anything. So I mean, they
They're
have
already
good
killing
wrestling
Shelton.
matches,
I don't
but I
like what
mean,
they're doing with Shelton. When Shelton lost that first match, I lost all kinds of hopes on
oh,
that.
so which match? Which match did he lose?
He lost the
The one
swerve. It
Against
made no
Swerve.
Swerve?
sense.
Okay.
When he lost the swerve clean, I'm like, all right, so
Look,
Shelton
I
just
didn't,
went
I
back
didn't
over
like
there
how
to
Bobby
die.
left. I understand they was building it up though, but I mean, like, I feel like Swerve is going to eventually join in with the Hurt Syndicate because
Oh
I
yeah.
wasn't a fan of Swerve losing to Bobby Lashley like that. If he was supposed to have been this dangerous, bad SOB
You're not
in
gonna have Swerve
AEW,
beat Bobby. Like, come on. We
Yo,
gotta be
but
real.
that's what I'm
WWE was
saying
not
though.
the
Like,
Hurt Business's. The WWE was
Bobby
not the
wasn't
Hurt
going over there
Business's
to
problem.
lose matches.
All right,
We can know that
that's what
one.
everybody needs to understand. WWE was not the downfall of the Hurt Business. The downfall of the Hurt Business was the Hurt
It was
Business,
the hurt
and nobody
business.
wants
Yeah.
to say the shit. But Bobby Lashley, I've said this shit. Dre, I know you said the shit. Bobby Lashley has always been fucking corny. Super corny. The dude is corny. His voice is corny. His promos are corny. He's a big ass dude, but as soon as he opens his mouth, there's no intimidation factor whatsoever fucking ever. All right. Brock Lesnar, remember that shit? Brock Lesnar came out and
yeah, when his
humiliated
squally
that
ass
motherfucker.
voice.
He
Oh, okay,
humiliated
yeah,
that motherfucker.
yeah. Uh-huh.
He said, Bobby who? I would say that. I still say that shit to this day. Bobby who? And it's because Bobby Lashley, he's not over, bro. He's not. He doesn't attract fans. Oh shit. He doesn't do
Man,
any
he
of
got
that
the
shit,
most reaction out of all those AEW cats right now.
bro. But that's because he's new. It's anybody that comes on some news, like you said before, Warren, some new shoes. When you get something new, bro, of course it's entertaining. You want to see what it is. You want to see what's going to happen. But then a couple of weeks pass, and
I swear, if
it's
they
back to
bury that,
reality, my motherfucker.
you have no hopes. You have no
This
hopes.
just is, yo.
If that Hurt Syndicate does not get what it's wanting,
Bro.
let's
What are they? Yo, Warren, what are they going to
For
do? Like,
example,
think
what's
about it.
that?
What the fuck are they
The
going to do,
Undisputed Kingdom. What was the purpose of that? Like,
bro?
okay,
What the
that's
fuck
the
are they gonna
Undisputed
do,
Era
man?
in AEW. Like, it makes
Shelton
no
Benjamin
sense.
is 45, 46 years old. Shelton
Shelton
Benjamin
Benjamin should be a heavyweight champ.
Listen to this. Shelton Benjamin was probably a bigger fucking upgrade. It was a bigger upgrade for him than it was for Bobby. If they ran with Shelton there, I think that would have had more potential.
They still can in a way.
Said, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I hope they don't screw it up. I hope they don't screw it up, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, but they focus is obviously more on Bobby Lashley.
When the build came in, and I remember podcast after podcast about, bro, Shelton signed with AEW could be the thing for AEW because it's something that people forgot on. Like, people don't realize Shelton was part of the Cena, Orton, Brock. Legitimately the revamp of WWE, because we had nothing over The Rock and Stone Cold at that time. We had nobody that was that moniker or whatever. And you bring in those guys in, and Shelton was a part of that group. The only thing was Shelton gave you all these big ass matches, and he said it countless times. I don't know why I didn't get my opportunity. They had a chance. TK had a chance to build that opportunity. Do what he did with Swerve and done it with Shelton. Shelton could be the best thing in wrestling if they done this, what they were supposed to do. Like that match that they did with Swerve, that should have been in a DQ or something. Swerve should have never went out clean on that at all.
I agree.
It's too early
Especially
to
on a Dynamite. That's not even a pay-per-view worthy.
It's too early. You got these big ass factions coming in. You
Shelton
pin a motherfucker immediately.
Like that pissed me off. I'm like, dude. And that's the same thing with Keith Lee. I even said it on here. And Dre, you know this. When I said they signed Keith Lee, I want to know what they were going to do with him, because Keith Lee is a character that can be built off of a brand. And
he should have been that in fucking WWE, making him a bear and all that bullshit. That was
when he went up with Roman. That was his solidification. That shows you
when he went up in that fucking Royal Rumble when Brock Lesnar was eliminating everybody. He went in that ring, and you saw for a minute. Bro, listen, bro.
That's the same thing with Drew. Drew didn't get that over mentality until after he eliminated Brock.
Brock Lesnar. That was when that's what spoke.
That's what made Drew. And
even though Drew was hotter than that, Drew was hot when Drew came out with fucking Dolph Ziggler in that with that Scottish psychopath with his hair in his face. That was when I was like, all right, who's this motherfucker right here? Like, I remembered him from 3MB.
I felt so bad for Drew
when I saw that. I was like,
nobody in the stands build WrestleMania. I felt so bad for Drew. And then when I saw they ran it back in Tampa, I'm like, all right, they're going to give him that moment. And they never gave him that moment. I felt so bad for Drew.
Yeah, like, AEW, man, they making a couple of,
and this is the thing, too, I want to tell people, bro, we're not just shitting on it because it's AEW. I'm literally trying to tell you, this stuff right here is what's hurting their business, because we're looking at it now. They're on TV, and it's getting exposed. You're showing these venues, empty arenas. They've already had to close out 2 shows because they couldn't sell the tickets.
That's why they're going to smaller.
It's hurting them. It is hurting that venue, man.
They'll be here, I believe. What was it? 2 weeks at
they're doing what WCW did.
Not the Capital One Arena, the big arena, but they're going to be going to the one across town, the sports entertainment arena, which is really much smaller than they would do. But yeah, AEW, man, like, yeah, I agree
Heard
with you,
that's
Warren,
pretty
but
cool.
we're not just shitting on AEW, man. AEW is dope, but I feel like WWE just really took off and left. Yeah, okay.
That's
He must be
that's
getting
really.
it. He in trouble.
Uh-oh.
We're going
Oh
into our
damn.
dad rant in just a bit, too. So I think that's a cool segue.
That's the way to
But
open it
yeah,
up right there. Kids screaming.
exactly. But real fast, yeah, AEW, man. I just felt as though they could put on great wrestling matches. They can do that. But far as really telling the
Bro,
story, man, and getting people invested in instead of just like, oh well, yeah, he was hot in WWE or she was hot in WWE. Let's just grab them because we can, and not just really, tell a story and do something with them though. But
Yeah.
the
I don't know.
biggest thing
I don't
is,
know.
Dre, and the biggest problem is, and this is why New Japan doesn't get a TV deal in the US, is that the wrestling is lame. You cannot keep having match after match doing all the flips and make people go, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like it gets to a point, it's like, bro, how long do you got to wait for that flip before you attack somebody? Like, what are you going to be able to do to capitalize on that? And that's something
Mm,
that hurts them is
Hey
that
yo.
WWE is doing shit that's not even wrestling related and it's making you madder on this stuff. Like, oh, the favor for
yeah.
Paul Heyman. That makes you want to watch it next week. Oh, what the Bloodline's doing with Roman, where he's getting beat down all the time. What's Roman's revamp going to be? All right. What's the thing with Cody and Kevin Owens? Where's Orton? Like, it's not wrestling related stuff that's making you rewatch the product. It's the fact that it's not the same tiring shit that's just getting put on a TV, and it's getting to a
Yeah.
point. It's like, oh, I can miss
It's
a Raw 3 weeks in the head, and I still know what the hell's going on. Like
mm,
that's what
it's
hurts that product.
Yeah, and WWE is also doing, things really different though. Like it's not just about what's going on in the ring though. Yeah, the matches count though, but it's more or
Yo, I can
less the
fix
stories and everything. So
I can fix AEW. You guys ready? I've said this shit
okay.
before. I can fix AEW. Here's one thing I'll tell you right now. I guarantee you, if they did this
That's the
one
indie
fucking thing,
mentality.
it would fix AEW. Ain't even no trickster or hat trickster. You got to go to school for it. None of that shit. You want to hear it? This will fix AEW. Tony Khan, listen up. Get you just one badass dark character. That's it. I guarantee you that'll fix fucking
He
AEW.
believes it's Moxley, bro.
Listen. Badass. I'm talking Undertaker, Kane, The Fiend, around that realm. Get you a new one. And it's got to be spectacular. You got to go or throw the budget at that motherfucker and don't let him lose. I guarantee you. Listen, Goldberg, WCW. All I got to fucking say. Goldberg, WCW. Don't let that motherfucker lose. WCW had a lot more shit, but Goldberg, WCW, Goldberg single-handedly with his undefeated streak,
Carried
with
it.
his dominance, I'm telling you right now, it would draw so much attention. Yo, did you see that thing on when they had
Same
that
thing with
devil
Jade.
character? When they had that devil character, you were interested. You were interested in the develop, like Warren said, the development. But if you have one crazy, like the smoke comes out, and then somebody's just laying flat on the mat, and you're like, "What the fuck was that?" And you just go to the next segment, and you do that shit for like 3 weeks, and you start having these weird ass with a creepy fucking face, and you do that shit for like another 3 weeks, and you start getting engagement, and then all of a sudden, one match is happening, and out of nowhere, you just have this crazy. It's got to be a large motherfucker. I know Luchasaurus he's injured right now. Hope he gets a speedy recovery, but he'll be fucking perfect for it. But you can't see this Luchasaurus, so you have to really, really make it new. And then you bring him out, and you just have that motherfucker dominate whoever's in that ring, and you leave him laying, and you let the lights go out, and you let that
You
motherfucker
watch it
vanish.
every week trying to figure out
I
who it is.
guarantee you, yo, Dre, y'all hear? I ain't never been to wrestling school like Warren and none of this shit. I'm just telling you, I've been watching this shit my whole life. AEW, I guarantee you, Tony Khan, get you one creepy motherfucking character that's super dominant. Don't let him win no titles. Keep the titles in another areas, all in the realm. Just let him fuck. When it gets to a title match, as a matter of fact, let him have a title match and then kill somebody, be able to pin him, but disqualify himself and fucking disappear. I'll be the yo. If I could get paid, damn, I just fucked my whole thing up. If I could get paid, yo, if I could get
Mm,
paid yo, I gotta find somebody. If I could be a writer, I'll tell you right now. That shit single-handedly, just that small change. Throw the book at them. I guarantee you,
That's
everybody
what.
watch AEW every week, yo.
Hey, that's
You
what's
also got
up.
to think too, AEW guys, they get mad about if their matches get cut and all that stuff, and that's what really
Who
is
better?
the bad thing, bro. You can't keep
Yeah,
pandering to the
yeah,
locker room.
yeah. All right, you guys. Real fast, we about to wrap this up because he is giving her a hard time. All right, that rants real fast, man. To close out this episode of Commission Talk, I
More
go
mom
fast.
rant right now.
Yo, man, I know, right? I know. And then she went out. She went out early and stuff, and she went to Walmart. She went to Walmart to go get the Christmas stuff. I gave her the money to go get the Christmas stuff, get a couple other stuff, and throughout the whole time she gone, he just like, mommy, 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 mommy,
Oh
and I'm
yeah,
like, yeah, mommy, yeah, like she be back, like yeah, we gonna chill, and you with daddy and everything. And then I had this conversation numerous of times, and then as soon as of course she come in and he want to be attached to her and give her hell though. But yeah, man, daddy life, man, is definitely something else right now when it comes to little 2-year-old
Christmas
right now
effect.
though. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, and then when he wake up, first thing he want to say is chicken nugget French fries. Chicken nugget
Chicken
French
nugget
fries. I'm
French
like,
fries.
Yep,
chicken nugget French
I'm
fries.
gonna
I'm
say
like,
that.
bro.
I'm saying
dang,
that
Yep.
forever.
you don't
I'm
want no
saying
Fruit
that
Loops?
forever.
You don't want no Fruit Loops, man? He said chicken nugget French fries. I'm
That's
like, all
my
right, move
new
the chicken
shit.
nugget
Annabelle would eat
French
chips
fries.
for
Ray, you the
life.
man. That's
No
my new
lie,
shit.
my daughter would eat
I'm
chips
saying
for
that forever,
life.
yo.
Pizza, Pringles, and shit like that. My
Chicken nugget
daughter
French
could live off of that if
fries.
she wanted to.
Fuck that. That's my new shit
Put a
right
little
there.
salt out front.
And then if it's an actual meal, then it's what you just said: chicken nuggets and French fries. That's really
Chicken nugget French
my
fries.
kids' major meals.
I'm
Fuck
telling you,
that.
man,
I'm
that's
saying
all.
that
That's all
forever.
he be wanting. Either that or Cheerios, man.
Pizza. My daughter will eat the hell out of pizza.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that's something.
definitely.
I just got her to try a burger, and that was like pulling teeth out. It felt like just for her to try a damn burger. But
Damn.
we're
My
getting
daughter,
better with some things. But man,
yo,
chicken
Beth, my
nuggets,
daughter's
that's the main household.
my baby eats every fucking thing. I'll be trying to get her off every damn thing. Yeah, we go through that. Like, one thing about homeschooling, and since I'm like the one doing homeschooling now, it's teaching me, and it's also like showing me different things. Like I've been doing a lot of areas where I'm trying not to make it too much like regular school, because at that point you might as well just go to that shit. So what I've been doing is like she's got a lot of worksheets. Honestly, like I got all her shit right here. Like this is a stack. This is just like the reading stuff. And I print this stuff out like every week. I go on shit like Pinterest and stuff like that, or I'll just Google different documents and math, reading, different stuff like that. She's working on her reading, and but I'm noticing that it's harder to get her to do stuff to listen to me sometimes, because she's starting to rebel a little bit, and it's my kid. So as soon as she gets the attitude, you can forget about it. Like even me, like I'm over here trying to fucking hustle with her. Like, yo, listen, sit down. I'm gonna put your ass in the corner. I ain't playing. Like I'm tired of it. I don't got time to do this. I'm trying to do my shit. And as soon as she get attitude, she'll sit there, start rubbing her eye. And as soon as that shit start, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm never gonna win. So then I try to bribe her, and I'm like, dog, dude, if you just do this, just do these 3 worksheets, and I
I've
got
seen
you.
videos of that. Have you seen that now, where they
What?
switch out from being a little strict with them to like being very nice with them, to think that the kids are gonna really listen that way, and it's like, gosh, dang.
I mean,
Man,
it just depends, man. It just depends on how you do it. Like
We're
I'm
just
never
raised so
soft,
different.
really.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm never soft,
My
really. Like
kid,
I'm super hard. That's why I'm always getting in trouble in my house. I'm
yeah.
rough, like immediately.
Look, my little man
see,
know
that's
what it
that's
is,
how
bro.
I've
Yeah.
because my dad was always short patient, so obviously I would ask my mom for everything, be more patient, work with you and stuff. My dad, like, my gosh, you say the wrong thing. My dad's neck muscles are tensed up, and
That's
it's
me.
like, good
That's
boy,
me.
all right, baby Hulk, like, chill. Like,
That's me,
he's
nigga. I
got
ain't
better
gonna lie.
now. And it's like, when I watch him with my kids, I'm like, what the fuck were you when I was this age? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, he's so like nice to him. Like, y'all got it easy. That man right there, Incredible Hulk every second. Dad, what's this number?
Especially
I
my
have told
older
you to
kids.
go this way.
Yeah, my older kids, I don't like my daughter. Like my wife gets mad at me sometimes 'cause I don't treat my daughter the same way. Like I baby my daughter a lot. Like but it's like at the same time, my 13-year-olds, my 14-year-olds, like literally,
See, it's
like as
opposite.
soon as
I baby Matthew. I don't baby Bell.
You don't
Way
baby?
too much.
Nah,
Yeah,
man. I got baby
man,
my baby, yo.
I can't do that shit with my little man though. I know he just 2, but I'm like, nah, because at a certain age, man, they gonna continue to think that's real cool,
That is
especially when
okay.
you
Yep.
babying them and shit like that. Nah, come on, man.
That's
Nah,
like my
like
wife.
yeah,
That's like Annabelle. She'll pick favorites too because she knows. Oh, there's an
oh
argument that
yeah,
can brew, and
mm,
they get their way.
yeah,
And
yeah,
90% of that is an
yeah.
argument with your
That's
significant other.
That's little man right there. He know what to do. When his ass in trouble, he'll trip over and run and get to his mother. And he
Oh
know,
yeah.
like the thing I hate though is like he'll come in here and let's say grab something off the table where I got all the podcast equipment. Let's say the
Oh,
deodorant right here or something like that, or one of my shades or something. He'll pick up the shades and I'll be like, give it to me. He'll run off and go give it
yep.
to her. And
Yep.
I'm like, no, 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 no. Give it back to him and give it to me. And then his little ass want to throw it and shit. And I'm like, look here.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to power bomb your ass through this
Yo,
floor
ass
all the way down.
Oh.
for real.
Like for
Oh,
real,
the
bro. Like,
worst.
come on.
No, when you put
Yeah.
on the TV or something, say like you're playing Xbox and you go and grab the controller and you just turn on. They just come in there, and Annabelle would do it all the time. I want to play Xbox. Go in your room and play
Mhm.
Xbox. No,
Now, with
and
me
just
is
come and try to take the controller, bro. I tell you right now,
see
Oh,
I
what,
literally see red sometimes.
what,
I'm just like, bro, if you
what
don't
with me is
go,
not. With me, it's not more so the game. It's like with food with us. Like
oh
as
yeah,
soon as I start rattling this bag, I'm telling you, he'll pop up his head like a beaver coming out of the ground to see a shadow or something, man. I'm telling you. And I'll be like, he like, some, and reach all the way across you, like some. I'm
mhm,
like, hold up, dog. Then you just eat twice. Daddy ain't had nothing. If
mhm.
you can go do that with your mother, because your mother, yeah, she'll fall for it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta share everything with him. No, you don't. No, you
Yep.
don't. Not at all.
Dead
no.
serious.
But
Yep.
yeah, man,
You
like,
gotta be. You got them
yeah.
boundaries is important.
All the
But
best
Mm-hmm.
ones too is a punishment standpoint. They expect you to punish on the kid, but good lord, if you punish them a way that they don't accept it, you were too rough. You were being too harsh. I put her in the wall for 30 seconds. I was like, man, you know what I got put in when I got put on the wall? I got put on the wall until my dad realized I'm still on the wall. Like, this, like there's just like so many different things that is like so many different dynamics. And it's so funny, like you just said, like they know. The funny thing is, when teachers tell us that kids get underdeveloped on schooling and stuff like that, I say that's kind of a crazy thing to say because they know how to get what they want. And they
Mm-hmm.
know, and they don't care what repercussion it has to happen for them to get that way. And
Yeah.
that's the part that's scary at times for me because my daughter will bring out all her toys. That junk drives me so much insane. She'll come in here and put all her toys in here, and I look at her and go, all right, no more toys. Don't bring any more in here because I already know what's about to happen coming in. So when it gets to the point where Belle's not paying any attention to these toys, I go, all right, Belle, go put them back up. Go put them back up. No, no, I don't want to. And then I
Oh
go and
shit.
pick up some of her toys to put them up. She starts screaming and hollering, and the first
Fuck
person
that.
she goes runs to, the first person she goes run to, mommy. Mommy goes, she's wanting to play with her toys. What's wrong? I don't see the point. All right, don't worry. You're gonna come in here and clean this up then, because I'm not gonna sit here and
Look.
just deal with this every single second. And they know I work nights, so I don't leave
Mm,
here until almost 9 o'clock at night. So when it's time for me to get ready to go, I'm like, all right, she's still got her toys in there. And then her and Annabelle would get an argument the whole time. I'm just like, this could have
look
already
here.
been
Y'all gonna
Look.
think I'm an
already been.
asshole, right? Because literally, let me tell you something. There's some shit y'all talking about right now. That's completely fucking space to me. I must be. I know I'm hard, right? It's like kind of like Warren said. Like my patience level as I'm older now. I don't have time. Like I don't got time. Time is big in this house. Like if you making me do something, if I gotta have a conversation with you for fucking 20 minutes, like this morning, my daughter put on 2 different socks. My oldest daughter, she put on 2 different socks. I said, "Yo, where your socks at?" She said, "Oh, these are the same." Trying to fucking play me like I'm like, nigga, one is purple and one is pink. They're not the same socks. Okay? I start talking to her, but I can't just do that, right? I gotta have a fucking another 5-minute conversation about why it's important for you not to sit here and tell me the shit that I'm already knowing. Like, don't talk back to me. Don't tell me what you know. You do what I say. So there ain't no, like, I don't be having conversation with people like, literally, it's like if I say do something, you better just go do that shit. And if you standing there, even, I mean, you could tell me if something's wrong. Hey, daddy, I didn't do this because, you know, the thing is over there. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Let me go handle that. But if you tell me no,
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
made my daughter take all her shit out of the. First, this is how fucked up I am, and don't judge me, y'all. I made my daughter. I forgot what she did. She was doing something. She like watched her phone. She was supposed to be taking care of something. She ain't do her shit, and she started watching her phone. She was watching her phone for like 3 hours. I made her go upstairs and take all her shit and throw it in the trash. All her shit. She threw it outside, not in the garbage, in there, outside trash, all in plastic bags, and she put it all in the trash can. I let shit stand there. Shit stayed in there for most of the night, right before she went to sleep. Right before I made her ass go in the garbage and get it.
Hey, look, you got to be firm with your
I don't
kids,
give a
man.
fuck.
And Warren, man, well, he was talking about my little man to take out toys and just lay them all across the way. And I'm like, bro, pick up your toys, the championship belts, the wrestling, but come on, pick them up. And you just want to leave them all scattered around. So then when you come back and then they all crack because I ran them over, I don't
Oh,
want to hear
bro,
none of that.
our
I don't
dog
want to
be
hear none of
chilling,
that. Like,
and then she gets
bro,
mad. She'll get mad at the dog and want to go beat up the dog.
look
I'm
at
like, nah, you
look
leaving it
at take
outside.
your boy, and then he got a little thing too where he, you know, like she done the living room up and everything, so it's like a little coffee table in the middle of the living room. So when she tell him to do something, he like to go run and get it under the table and shit, and never come from out of the table. So then I gotta
Hey,
get up and then come in the room, and all I got, hey, get your ass up. You just getting up and everything like that. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, if I had to get up out the bed, bro, because some shit she already said 20 times, you gonna be in trouble.
that's
You
right.
gonna be in trouble, bro. So nah,
That's
come
it.
on, man. Come on. All right, man. This was a dope show, man. We're going on for a minute. I gotta get into the
We
next
love our
room.
kids, guys. We love our kids.
Yes, we do.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
do.
yeah.
We of course great
The
parents,
kids are
man.
well taken care of. Trust me.
Any final thoughts you guys want to say before we
Fuck
close
with
out the
Dad
show?
Rant.
STR tonight, guys. STR, we back tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. We're gonna be back on me, Slim, Lay, and of course Miss Bridget. She on with us now. She joined the crew. If you saw in the new picture, definitely a lot going on. And of course, tomorrow night we got the ENT Entertainment Show. We going through revamps. Unfortunately, it's gonna be no more coming on and showing off. We just gonna be showing off all by ourselves. Me and Kyle Eric talking about all the latest in news and entertainment, yo, for real. So we at
That's
it.
what's up. That's what's up, Warren.
There will be no Buzzing with Marlo episode this week. I am just recovering as possible. I want to give a major shout out to everyone that supported us last week. We did do the most episodes I've done in a long freaking time last week. We did at least 5 episodes for Buzzing with Marlo last week just to build for the show that we had Sunday. It was a good turnout and stuff like that. And for them to tell us, hey, they want us to have us back, and we just got a major deal with it as well. So looking forward to that. Obviously you can catch me on the last whatever the show he made now. Sunday at 10 o'clock. I would say it's last week of wrestling or whatever he calls it, but I think he just made a new one. So check me, Blackheart, Fats, and Duke's out on that. Obviously we got commission every Wednesday still. And it's the holidays. So
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, that's what's up.
just in my memories now, just 4 years, as of 4 years, one of my best friends passed away. So just love somebody, man. Like you never know when that it's gonna be your last. So definitely check that out.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay.
man.
Appreciate it, man. Definitely. You guys, man, definitely make sure you subscribe, man. Like, follow, do all the great stuff to the Buzzing with Marlo podcast, and of course the Beeline Entertainment LLC, man. Right here, the new episode, new episode actually of the 11:30 podcast. We'll be back next week, man, with some all new great guests, man. And I appreciate everyone who was tuning in, man. In the live chat, thank you guys, man. I'll be back at it doing the watch alongs on Friday. Man, I hit 1,000 views on one of the videos first ever doing like an actual podcast. So,
Nice.
man, it's tremendous, man. I'm definitely having fun with it and keep rocking with it. So appreciate everyone definitely tuning in to that, man. And like I said, podcast episode will be back next Wednesday. But until next time, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, my guy Brian B. This was Commission Talk, man, for real. Be cool, be easy, be smooth. Give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it? Yo, tell a friend, tell a friend. Until next time, we out, man. Peace.